Schindler's List is a 1993 American epic historical drama film directed and produced by Steven Spielberg and written by Steven Zaillian. It is based on the 1982 novel Schindler's Ark by Australian novelist Thomas Keneally, which was awarded the Los Angeles Times Book Prize for Fiction in 1983. The film follows Oskar Schindler, a German industrialist who saved more than 1,000 mostly Polish Jewish refugees from the Holocaust by employing them in his factories during World War II. It stars Liam Neeson as Schindler, Ralph Fiennes as SS officer Amon Göth, and Ben Kingsley as Schindler's Jewish accountant Itzhak Stern. Ideas for a film about the Schindlerjuden, Schindler Jews, were proposed as early as 1963. Poldek Pfefferberg, one of the Schindlerjuden, made it his life's mission to tell Schindler's story. Spielberg became interested when executive Sidney Sheinberg sent him a book review of Schindler's Arkansas. Universal Pictures bought the rights to the novel, but Spielberg, unsure if he was ready to make a film about the Holocaust, tried to pass the project to several directors before deciding to direct it. Principal photography took place in Krakow, Poland, over 72 days in 1993. Spielberg shot in black and white and approached the film as a documentary. Cinematographer Janusz Kaminski wanted to create a sense of timelessness. John Williams composed the score, and violinist Itzhak Stern performed the main theme. Schindler's List premiered on November 30, 1993, in Washington, D.C., and was released on December 15, 1993, in the United States. Often listed among the greatest films ever made, the film received universal critical acclaim for its tone, acting, particularly Neeson, Fiennes, and Kingsley, atmosphere, and Spielberg's direction. It was also a box office success, earning $322 million worldwide on a $22 million budget. It was nominated for 12 Academy Awards and won 7, including Best Picture, Best Director, Best Adapted Screenplay, and Best Original Score. The film won numerous other awards, including 7 BAFTAs and 3 Golden Globe Awards. In 2007, the American Film Institute ranked Schindler's List 8th on its list of the 100 best American films of all time. The film was designated as culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant by the Library of Congress in 2004 and selected for preservation in the United States National Film Registry. Plot: in Krakow during World War II, the Nazi Germans forced local Polish Jews into the overcrowded Krakow ghetto. Oskar Schindler, a German member of the Nazi Party from Czechoslovakia, arrives in the city, hoping to make his fortune. He bribes Wehrmacht, German armed forces, and SS officials, acquiring a factory to produce enamelware. Schindler hires Itzhak Stern, a Jewish official with contacts among black marketeers and the Jewish business community. He handles administration and helps Schindler arrange financing. Stern ensures that as many Jewish workers as possible are deemed essential to the German war effort to prevent them from being taken by the SS to concentration camps or killed. Meanwhile, Schindler maintains friendly relations with the Nazis and enjoys wealth and status as Herr Director. SS Untersturmführer, Second Lieutenant, Amon Göth arrives in Krakow to oversee construction of the Plazow concentration camp. When the camp is ready, he orders the ghetto liquidated. 2,000 Jews are transported to Plazow, and 2,000 others are killed in the streets by the SS. Schindler witnesses the massacre and is profoundly affected. He particularly notices a young girl in a red coat who hides from the Nazis and later sees her body on a wagon load of corpses. Schindler is careful to maintain his friendship with Göth and continues to enjoy SS support, mostly through bribery. Göth brutalizes his Jewish maid Helen Hirsch and randomly shoots people from the balcony of his villa. The prisoners are in constant fear for their lives. As time passes, Schindler's focus shifts from making money to trying to save as many lives as possible. To better protect his workers, Schindler bribes Göth into allowing him to build a sub-camp. As the Germans begin losing the war, Göth is ordered to ship the remaining Jews at Plazow to Auschwitz concentration camp. Schindler asks Göth for permission to move his workers to a munitions factory he plans to build in Brunlitz near his hometown of Zwickau. Göth reluctantly agrees, but charges a huge bribe. Schindler and Stern create Schindler's List, a list of 850 people to be transferred to Brunlitz instead of Auschwitz. As the Jewish workers are transported by train to Brunlitz, the women and girls are mistakenly redirected to Auschwitz-Birkenau. Schindler bribes Rudolf Haas, commandant of Auschwitz, for their release. At the new factory, Schindler forbids the SS guards from entering the factory floor without permission and encourages the Jews to observe the Jewish Sabbath. Over the next 7 months, he spends his fortune bribing Nazi officials and buying shell casings from other companies. Due to Schindler's machinations, the factory does not produce any usable armaments. Schindler runs out of money in 1945, just as Germany surrenders. As a Nazi Party member and war profiteer, Schindler must flee the advancing Red Army to avoid capture. The SS guards in Schindler's factory have been ordered to kill the Jewish workforce, but Schindler persuades them to return to their families as men instead of murderers. Bidding farewell to his workers, he prepares to head west, hoping to surrender to the Americans. The workers give him a signed statement attesting to his role in saving Jewish lives and present him with a ring engraved with a Talmudic quotation, "Whoever saves one life saves the world entire." Schindler breaks down in tears, feeling he should have done more, and is comforted by the workers before he and his wife leave in their car. When the Schindlerjuden awaken the next morning, a Soviet soldier announces that they have been liberated. The Jews then walk to a nearby town. An epilogue reveals that Göth was executed via hanging, and Schindler had failed in both business and marriage following the war. In the present, many of the surviving Schindlerjuden and the actors portraying them visit Schindler's grave and place stones on its marker, the traditional Jewish sign of respect on visiting a grave, with Liam Neeson laying 2 roses.